Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, you're welcome. Remember to hit that subscribe button and also turn on the notification bell just beside it. That helps you to know every time I upload a new video. And for my returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back to show your support. I really appreciate it. So guys, in today's video, I'll just be talking about something that I touched briefly on in my last two videos, and I've had people, come into my personal messages to ask me to just try and expatiate on some of those things. And because I don't know why they don't do it in the comment section, but most times when I have people ask me questions on things, that is when I feel the need to make a video about it, just so that I can have more people learn from what I'm talking about. So today I'll be talking about how to set your goals and achieve them successfully. And three main things I'll be talking about in the course of this video will be what a goal is, how to set a goal, and how to achieve your goals. So a goal can be a lot of things, but it must be specific and it must be measurable. Those two things are very important. Your goal is not something you hope for. Your goal is not something you dream about. It should be something that you can say, this is exactly what I want. And then, because when you're able to specify what you want, that is when you are able to say, how will I be able to get what I want? What are the things I need to do to get what I want? And then your goal should also be measurable, meaning that at the point when you are able to get it, you can tell that you have been able to get it. You've been able to outline the steps that you need to get to that goal. You're dreaming big, but you also know that you need to start small. So I'm going to be maybe I'll be talking more on money and health, because those are things that is very easy for people to relate with. So if your goal is to save a certain amount of money, you need to know what that amount of money is. So for example, I want to save $1 million. I want to save ₦1 million. What is the timeline that you want to be able to save that money? Within what timeline, within what time frame? And then you also have to now look at your current situation and see if with your current situation, whether your current job or your current business or your current source of income, what are you making from that, and what can you save from that will help you to meet that financial goal. If you weigh 100 kg, for example, and your goal weight is 80 kg, when do you intend to reach that goal? Are you giving yourself a month? Are you giving yourself 2 months, a year? That will help you know how much work you need to put into trying to lose that weight. So if you are trying to lose 20 kg in 1 month, that means 5 kg in 1 week. What do you need to do to be able to lose 5 kg in 1 week? That is setting the goals, steps in achieving those goals. So that's why I'm going to be using those two things, because it's easier for people to relate with it. And then we are talking numbers, and everybody knows numbers. I mentioned 6 things that helps you to make sure that you are able to achieve your goals. So the first thing is tackle every fear. For every time you find yourself, you should have something that you are trying to achieve. So at a time of your life, your goal at that moment might be school. At a time of your life, it might be marriage. At a time of your life, it might be career, things like that. And at a time of your life, it might be financial goals. So it's not restricted to one aspect of your life. So when you now set those goals, you need to know what are the risks associated with it. What are the impediments to achieving these goals? What are the things that will not make this easy for me? Once you know those things, you can write them down, because the moment you're able to know those things and anticipate those things, you already know what you need to do about them. So if your financial goal is what you're concentrating on at that moment, and you are saying, I want to save ₦1 million by the end of next month, or by the end of the first quarter or the second quarter, how much are you making? How much from what you are making are you going to be able to save? What are the things that you need to be able to take out of your expenses to be able to achieve those? What are the possible things that can come up that would, tamper with what you are going to be able to save? Things like that. Because when you're able to do that, you can also make provision for all those things that you have talked about and that you have outlined. Then the second thing I would like to talk about is break down all the steps. I talked about that earlier. So because when in 2 of my videos I talked about organization, I talked about that video link in somewhere on the screen. I talked about how you must outline everything that you intend to do. So it could be for a daily goal, it could be for a weekly goal, a monthly goal, and things like that. Because it is when you outline those steps that once you're able to take something off that list, you can cross it out and then you know that, okay, I had 5 things before, now I have 4 things, and that helps you to measure your progress. Because if you are not measuring your progress, then it means you are not moving. If you are not able to measure your progress and say, oh, I've actually been able to do 1 or 2 things out of this list, that is growth. Number 3, schedule the time to do all the tasks. So using fitness as an example, we talked about you trying to lose 20 kg in 1 month, which makes 5 kg in a week. Now, if you want to lose 5 kg in a week, what are the things you need to do? You need to go to the gym. What time of the day do you want to go to the gym? You have to schedule the time. As a content creator, I have to film videos and things like that, and I have other things I do with myself. So I have some specific days that I tell myself, these are the days that I have enough time to make videos. Now, there are days that I can make 1 video in a day, and there are other days I can make 2 videos in a day or 3 videos in a day if I have enough time and I have enough content. And if I'm able to do that, trust me, it even makes things easier for me, because if I already have 3 videos, even by the next time I need to make a video, I know that I am not trying to cover up for something that I have not done. I am only even making provision for the one I don't even need yet. It just makes life easier for me. So you need to schedule the time that you want to be able to accomplish those tasks. Now, talking about money, I already said if your goal is a financial goal, when is the time that you intend to meet that financial goal? What is the frequency of you being able to save towards that financial goal? So are you going to be saving on a monthly basis, or on a weekly basis, or on a quarterly basis, things like that? And when you are able to schedule time and you note it down, when that time comes, it is time for me to do this thing. But when you don't schedule time and you're just letting life happen, it is easier for you not to achieve your goal. Number 4, what will you do when life gets in the way? This is when you have to make provision for things that have not even happened yet. Things that might not even happen. But you're just making provision just in case they happen. So, if you have a financial goal, for example, and you are supposed to be able to save 20,000 naira every month or every week, and there's a particular week that something came up, maybe an health issue or a family emergency, and you had to take that out of it, what provision are you going to make to be able to make up for that week you were not able to save that amount of money? What have you thought about that? So if the solution is going to mean that by the next month you need to cut down on something else and know that you are paying double, you need to have made provision for that. Or if that will now mean that, okay, I might have to do this extra thing just so that I need to be able to make double. Make provision for that, so that when that time comes, you already know what to do. It just makes things easier when you're able to anticipate some things. Number 5, reward yourself for your small efforts. I'm smiling because I always, find a way to do this. Like, no matter how little the win is, I always find a way to celebrate it. This encourages me. This helps me to know that I'm doing well. I might not be where I want to be, but I'm definitely not where I used to be, I've made 1 step closer to my dream. I've made 1 step closer to achieving my aim. Things like that. So it can be you buying yourself a small gift. It can be you just taking yourself out on a treat, It can be you resting a whole day without having to do anything. I mentioned earlier that there are days I have to film videos. Usually I tell myself I need to make at least 1 video for that day. But there are days I'm able to make 2. There are days I'm able to make 3. That means the next time I need to make a video, I might not even make a video. That day I might just take it as a chill day. That is me celebrating my small win, because I know that I have done the work already, even before that day. And then number 6, don't beat yourself up when you fall off the wagon, because trust me, that is going to happen. It might happen a few times and it might happen a lot of times. But the most important thing is be willing to get back up, pick up from where you left, and then move forward. Because trust me, dwelling on something that should have happened that didn't happen will not make it happen any faster anyway. So the earlier you know that, okay, now this has happened, this is a setback, what am I going to do about this setback? And then move forward. Trust me, you are still on your way, you are still on your journey to meeting your goal. There's this adage that says, you cannot determine what life throws at you, but you can determine how you react. And I always encourage that, because I tell people, if you already have it at the back of your mind that life will happen, and you need to tell yourself, I know life will happen, but I'm not going to let life get in my way. I'm not going to let it affect me. If life happens, I'm going to still find a way to beat it and move on. When you have that mindset to life, you just discover that a lot of things that should have gotten to you in the first place will not even get to you. There's no perfect timing or condition to setting and achieving your goals. The time you start is a perfect time. The day you start is the perfect day. The moment you get to that point where you decide and then you take that first step to achieving your goal, that is the perfect time. That is the perfect day. Don't live life just drifting and reacting to things as they come along. Prepare ahead. I was having a discussion with somebody about 2 days ago, and I told the person, is when you don't have dreams, you don't have goals, you don't have things that you want to achieve in life. That's when you wait for a need to come before you know you need to make money. I'm not living life just because I want to pay my rent, or I want to be able to eat, or I want to be able to afford clothes, or I want to be able to take care of my kids. No, I have bigger dreams. I have dreams of traveling the world. I have dreams of making impact, and when you think like that, then you know that there's no amount of money that is too much. Just keep making the money. And how do you make money? Solve problems. Always do things that will generate income for you. Don't at any time let your account balance be empty, because the funny thing is, even if you think you have already sorted out all the basic necessities, your food, your housing, your clothing, and things like that, there will be an emergency. That at that point, is it at the point that you have the emergency that you want to start running around to look for the money? Is it when the need comes that you now want to start running around? No. Make provision for it before it even happens. Prepare for it. You don't know what life is going to throw at you. You don't know what opportunity will come in the nearest future. How prepared are you for when that time comes? So you need to be proactive. Don't just sit down aimlessly. No, nothing. There are some people that they go to work, they just sit down. At the end of the day, they did not achieve anything. Maybe they pressed phone, they didn't achieve anything, and then they come back home, and then they're happy to go back to work the next day and do the same thing. Like, how do people live like that? This is why when I get people to ask me questions, I'm always very excited, because it is an opportunity to share. It's an opportunity to, brainstorm together. I've come to the end of this video, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up and use the comment section. Don't just come to my DM and be the only one to hear what I have to say. Some people are shy to ask their questions, but you can ask the question that they wanted to ask and they will still learn from it. YouTube is a platform where you can have people from all over the world. So let people learn from you. Let people hear your thoughts. Don't just restrict it to my DMs alone. As much as I'm happy to respond to the DMs, I also want other people to learn from it. I want people to interact with it and interact with my content. So guys, if you have made it to the end of this video and you have still not subscribed to my channel, hit that button just down there. It's red in color. And turn on the notification bell just beside it. It tells you every time I upload a new video. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.